Imagine a world without the telephone. It's hard, isn't it? Picture a time when the only way to communicate over long distances was through handwritten letters. No quick calls to friends. Every message had to be carefully composed, written out by hand, and then sent off, hoping it would reach its destination. No easy chats with family far away. Conversations were slow and fragmented, spread out over weeks or even months. We could only send letters. Each letter was a precious connection, a lifeline to loved ones. We had to wait days, weeks, or even months for a reply. The anticipation was both exciting and agonizing. The telephone changed all that. With a simple ring, voices could travel across cities, countries, and even continents. It was a revolution in communication. Suddenly, the world felt smaller, more connected. Suddenly, we could hear each other's voices across long distances. The sound of a loved one's voice brought comfort and joy. It brought the world closer. People could share news, ideas, and emotions instantly. It made communication faster and easier. The telephone paved the way for the rapid exchange of information that we take for granted today. The telephone is one of history's most important inventions. It transformed how we interact with the world and with each other. It has shaped our world in countless ways. From business to personal relationships, the telephone has been a cornerstone of modern life. It's hard to imagine life without it. The telephone's legacy continues to influence our daily lives, connecting us in ways that were once unimaginable. The telephone has a fascinating story, one that spans decades and involves numerous brilliant minds. Many inventors were working on devices to transmit sound, each contributing their unique ideas and innovations. But one name stands out above the rest: Alexander Graham Bell, a man whose vision and determination would change the world. Bell was a Scottish-born scientist and inventor, whose curiosity and passion for sound were evident from a young age. He was deeply interested in sound and speech, driven by a desire to help the deaf, including his own mother and wife. This passion led him to the invention of the telephone, a device that would revolutionize communication. He wasn't alone in this quest. Many other inventors and scientists were also exploring similar ideas. Antonio Meucci, an Italian inventor, also played a crucial role in the development of early telecommunication devices. Meucci's early work paved the way for Bell's groundbreaking invention, laying the foundation for modern telecommunication. Bell's dedication and innovative spirit led to the creation of the first functional telephone, a milestone in human history. His work changed the world forever, connecting people across great distances and ushering in a new era of communication. The year was 1876. The place was Boston, Massachusetts. This is where Alexander Graham Bell made history. In his workshop, surrounded by wires and instruments, Bell spoke the first words ever transmitted over the telephone. He called out to his assistant Thomas Watson, in another room. "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Watson heard Bell's voice through the device. He rushed back, ecstatic. The telephone worked. This moment marked the beginning of a new era. Section 4. A bridge across the silence. Why was the telephone invented? The story of the telephone is one of innovation driven by necessity. The need to communicate over distances was paramount. Before the telephone, people relied on telegraphs, which were slow and limited. Alexander Graham Bell himself was motivated by a desire to help the deaf communicate. His passion for sound and speech was deeply personal. His mother and wife were both deaf, which gave him a unique perspective and a strong drive to find a solution. This personal connection fueled his work. Bell's experiments and relentless pursuit of innovation led to the creation of the telephone. Initially, the telephone was seen as a novelty. People were curious but skeptical about its practical uses. People were amazed by the idea of hearing voices over wires. It was a revolutionary concept that captured the imagination of many, but its potential quickly became clear. The ability to instantly communicate over long distances was invaluable. Businesses were among the first to embrace it. They saw the telephone as a tool to enhance productivity and connectivity. The telephone allowed them to connect with customers and partners more efficiently. It revolutionized the way business was conducted, laying the foundation for the modern communication networks we rely on today. Section 5. The telephone's triumphant ring. The impact of the telephone was profound. It broke down geographical barriers. It connected people like never before. With the telephone, news traveled faster, businesses boomed, families and friends felt closer, even when miles apart. The telephone transformed communication from a slow and cumbersome process into an instant connection. Its impact continues to this day. From the first telephones to modern smartphones, the essence remains the same: connecting people through the power of voice.